Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel, and we go into the various wrestling related topics here. We've got nearly 2,700 of these available. My goal is eventually 30, 40,000, who knows. Anyway, MLW Fusion results for the 27th of 27th of May 2022. MLW's been a fun little run here. Joe Dombrowski and Rich Bocchini welcome us to Dallas for another episode of Fusion. After seeing Microman arrive at the building, Minnie's hero, he's welcome for the day. Mr. St. Laurent is handed a note from Caesar Duran's henchman that says Microman lost, he'd be fired from MLW. Davey Richards defeats Jamie Limelight Rivera with, or Danny Limelight Rivera with Jewel Smokes. Rivera is billed as Jamie Limelight Rivera, and that's a step towards him taking the name up in MLW. Match has no real storyline attached to it, doesn't really need one. Rivera gets on the mic before the match and riles up the local Dallas crowd, telling Richards that he's going to put him down. Foot down, Old Yeller. Opening exchange. Rivera knocks Richards down with a drop kick. And there's a short near fall there. Richards fights back after the commercial break. Dragon screw leg whip through the ropes, followed by locking on the trailer hitch submission. Rivera comes back with a DDT for near fall in his own. They exchange forearms, and Richards flips Rivera over. German suplex, 5150 members popped up, and then hit a big clothesline on Richards. Richards then spikes Rivera with a gotch-style delayed cradle prod driver, picking up the big win. After the match, Bocchini gets a word from Richards, who asked him about his recent loss against Alex Hammerstone. Richards says there's no shame in losing. Champion loss only makes him hungrier. Calls out Alex Kane and National Openweight title. Suplex Assassin, Suplex Specialist. Then we see Mattis Kruger leaving Duran's office, leaving the announcers to speculate if that had anything to do with the main event. Later on, Ross and Marshall Von Erichs enters Duran's office, staking the claim to the rightful number one contenders for the Tag Team Championship after defeating the Monteros in 5150 in recent weeks. Duran is more focused on preparing for his title match. And then Marshall promised to show him that they're ready by doing it the hard way if he isn't prepared to listen. Microman, Aerostar, and El Dragon defeats Aziz, TGP, and Mini Abismo Negro with Holodead and Dr. Dax. Microman's MLW career is on the line, similar to six-man matches on recent weeks. This match is high spots, dives, and lucha exchanges. TGP bring more story-driven aspect to the match itself. Aziz manhandles Microman, tossing him from the corner to corner. Technicals fight back, and Microman distracts the Rudos, leading El Dragon to hit them with a crossbody. Aerostar knocks everyone over with a missile dropkick. High Flyers take turns taking skydiving lessons and then grouping everyone up. And then Microman tosses, getting TJP spoiled. And then heel heat of the night. TJP then tries to lock on a sharpshooter or figure four. Microman's legs are too short, but Microman then flips frustration. TGP over and locks on the Fujiwara armbar. Abismo Negro hits double foot stomp to stop that momentum. Microman hits TJP with a 619 to dispose of him long enough to pin Abismo Negro with the flash victory and rolling him up in the match with the team and saving his job for MLW. During the last match, the cameras are backstage and then sees Duran's henchman going into La Parca's locker room, leading to the announcers in question. Duran has the gathering troops on tonight's main event, going back with another installment Access interview series, and then the next installment, Takayama story. Then he talks about undefeated MLW streak, but community says he doesn't want to just be wrestling legend, but legend in his community and to his family. Back in Duran's office, and they focus on his continued warm-ups. Duran's face is priceless. Everything seems to be falling apart around him, and he is less than happy. Then we go to the main event, which of course is MLW champion Alex Hammerstone defeating Caesar Duran by disqualification to retain his championship. He knocks Duran has personalized introductions. He's made by ring announcer Red Out. Duran is the embodiment of Lucha Libre with a black belt in violence. Your homeboy, a visionary, a man with courage and conviction, a man who has possessed the biggest cojones ever measured and undefeated, reigning LFA of Azteca Underground, Caesar Duran. Hammerstone is fighting out of a country that's seen its best days gone by, representing the fat, poor, and dumb. Fueled with more illegal supplements than a fast food, and every one of you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Alex Hammerstone. Duran comes out with a plan up his sleeve. Obviously, referee calls for the bell and disqualifies him, but it's all planned to lay a beating on the champion. Holiday hits Hammerstone over the back with a chair. Duran then gets back on the mic and says he likes giving surprises. King Mortis and Mattis Kruger come out, and they start putting the boots to Hammerstone, but that brings out, obviously, the Von Erichs. Duran, angry at his plan being ruined, says that they can have their match at a later date. Enzo against Casey Navarro and Flamita against Bandito next week on this program. MLW better than anything the WWE's putting out lately, and we'll be back with more right after this.